Hello, everyone. Welcome to your gentle yoga class. This is Regina with the Calm Confident Woman Studio. All right, so grab your props. I already have a few props out. And if you want music, put on your favorite calming music. That can be small spa or meditation, yoga, anything that works for you that brings you into a place of inner reflection and stillness would be supportive. All right, so let's meet on the mat. Let me grab this real fast. Oops. All right. And we will begin today in a seated posture. So grab a prop of your choice to elevate your hips. And I wanted to share with you a little bit from the Yoga Sutras. Yoga Sutras are some guiding principles of yoga. And this is a book that is not the actual Yoga Sutras. It's written by another author, but it's a practical guide to the path or the core of yoga. And so this is the author Nikolai Bachman. It's the name of the book, title of the book, if you wanted to check it out. But as you come to seated, align your ears, shoulders, and hips. Take a big shrug as you breathe in, and as you exhale, sigh and drop your shoulders and just start to feel into your body. And as you do, I want to share with you Atha, which is readiness and commitment. You're going to follow your breath here, just noticing it as it comes and goes. And the paraphrase of this sutra, until one is committed, there is a hesitancy, the chance to draw back. The moment one definitely commits oneself, then providence moves also. All sorts of things will occur to help one that would otherwise never have occurred. And whatever we can do or dream that we can, it begins. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. And that's a paraphrase from Johann Wolfgang von Goethe. So as we continue to follow the breath, just remember that beginnings are like endings. They can be difficult. They're not always easy. And that's okay. The challenge is part of the transformation. So notice how your physical body feels now in this moment. This moment is just this moment. It is the beginning of the next moment. But then this moment passes and it's now history. So instead of focusing on the past or in the future, be here now. Feel the breath. Notice your body in space. Notice how your physical body feels, your mind, and your heart. And then you can either leave your hands as they are or let them rest somewhere on your torso or on your head and your torso, whatever feels like the right connection for you. And bring to mind something that is a new beginning for you at this time. Hold it with kindness, gentleness, and also with an element of gratitude. It might not have been a new beginning you were looking for or planning for, or that you even welcomed, but it's here. Accept it, embrace it, and find a place in your being to be grateful for it. Set your intention around this new beginning, whatever that looks like for you. I offer you, in the absence of your own coming to the surface, I am grateful for this new beginning. I am grateful for this new beginning. I am grateful for this new beginning. And then slowly take movement in your fingers, circle through your wrists, roll through your shoulders, other direction. And just let the arms cross and open. So we're getting the shoulders warmed up. Hands come to the thighs. Now round out through the back and extend. So now we're getting a little movement and to the spine. Good. And then we'll come upright. If you're on a block, you'll probably want to come off. If you're on a blanket, you might be able to stay on that if that's what you need here, or some other little thin prop under the sitting bones. So remember, we're not using a cushion or anything as a cushion. We are using it to tip the pelvis forward. And so from here, we'll extend our legs nice and long, pedal them out, let them take a little movement side to side, circle through the ankles. So we're just moving each of our joints. Move the other direction. Wiggle toes. Good. All right, draw your right knee in, give it a good squeeze, and just extend it back out a few times. Get the knees ready. Other leg. Good. And then we will move. What have we not moved yet? Oh, head, neck. So take the right leg over the left, and just in a cross leg, and then take the foot over to the side, and the side of the foot is down. So we're not in a figure four where we have the knee out to the side. We have the knee more on top of the extended leg. And then inhale nice and tall. Exhale, chin toward chest. Inhale, bring your head back to neutral and lower right ear toward right shoulder. And then we'll inhale the head up and plant your right foot. Now, if you can plant it to the outside of the left leg, fabulous. If that's not working, if the foot isn't coming all the way down, then just bring it in line with your right hip. Either one is beneficial. Inhale nice and tall. Exhale to your left. So a little bit different than what I often cue. We're just going to open up so that we can see new possibilities around this new beginning. Just another couple of breaths here. And then we will inhale back to the front, extend that leg, and now we'll move to your left leg. So we will guide the leg in, the knee in, and extend. Take that a few times. And then cross the leg over. Inhale, tall. Exhale, release chin toward chest, release your jaws. Maybe even let the jaws open and close. Swirl your tongue. Head is heavy. Inhale, head up. Exhale, left ear, left shoulder. You can move your arms where it feels best for you, just creating that space in the side of the neck. And then we'll bring the head back up. And now we will set the foot. So either flat on the outside of the right leg or on the inside, either one. Inhale tall. Exhale away from the legs. So you should be going to your right. Shoulders down, bringing your new beginning to mind and just being open to see new ways to move through this beginning. You may have something that comes into your mind or your heart here, or you may not. Either way, just be willing to be open. And then we'll inhale back to the front, unwind, and give everything a nice little wiggle. All right. And then join me, if you will, on hands and knees for tabletop position. Your blocks nearby. If you don't have blocks or the props that I am using, know that you can always get by with some improvised items around the house that you can explore and see how they work for you. All right, so our wrists are going to be under or forward of our shoulders. If we want to elevate the shoulders, maybe there's some injuries or some pain there, then make sure that you have equal props. So you don't want one that's shorter or taller. So for instance, I have a couple of cork blocks, but one of them is shorter than the other. It's not as tall. I think it's like a 3 inch instead of a 4 inch. So I would not use those for both my shoulders, right? I want my shoulders level. From here, anchor into the corners of your hands, spread your fingers, feel that engagement with the ground beneath you. Exhale, round out your spine. That feels good. On your inhale, let the elbows soften, lift the tailbone, roll all the way through the spine, shoulders slide down, pull them in, lengthen the neck. So we're not lifting the chin, we're just pulling head back. Feel that stretch through the front body. And then flow with your breath. Exhale to lift your ribs, round out your back, and then inhale, flow into cow pose. Exhale for cat. And bring your body back to neutral and allow your right foot to step forward. All right. So we want to open up into our hips a little bit more here. And this will be a floss for the sciatic joint. So we'll inhale, ease our hips forward. It's quite acceptable when you're down on the mat like this to let the knee go beyond the toes. We're not standing and putting a lot of body weight into the joint. And then we will slide hips back and find some space in the back of the leg. Inhale forward. Exhale back. Good. A couple more times. And, and now next time you slide back, stay here. Let the right leg lengthen a little further away. Take movement in the ankle, pull the toes up and down, and then toes up or foot down. If you opt for foot down, make sure that the ball of the foot under the large toe is anchored down. You don't want to be on that outer edge of the foot. And at the same time, you don't want the foot to drop in. So you want to be able to keep the foot anchored. If it doesn't, bring the toes up and reach out through your heel. Find that nice inhale and lengthen through your spine, navel to spine, pelvic floor is up as you exhale to extend over your leg any amount. Now you can stay up on your blocks. You might not need them, but maybe you just come to your fist because it's still too far to palm the floor. So just find the option that works for you. If you are using your fist, keep them straight. Don't let them buckle one direction or the other. You want to really keep them nice and straight here. Take another 3 breaths, and if it's available, exhale a little more over your leg. This extension is happening from the hips, right? So from the hips, not from the waist. So we're not rounding the back. We're extending the spine and then coming over the leg. Last couple of breaths. And we'll inhale, body back up. Bring the foot back in. So you can start by bringing the knee and heel in alignment. And then if you want your blocks here, we're going to ease the hips forward so that we are getting this deep, deep compression in the right knee and in the ankle, as well as in the right hip. Everything is a nice, deep compression. So once we come out of this, we'll have more blood flow as we open everything up again. So foot is fully planted, even the heel. If the heel is not down, find the adjustment that allows you to get your heel down. If it still won't come down, then grab a thin prop of whatever kind you need. It could be a little folded towel, a little cushion, whatever. It might be a blanket, whatever you need under the heel so the foot is firmly grounded. All right, long spine here. Allow your practice to bring you back to an awareness that um, we can be at the beginning or be in the process of studying ourselves, who we are, why we are here, how we can make changes, even small incremental changes in our inner and outer self. All of these can help us to be um, more of who we are supposed to be and how we are supposed to show up in this world. And once we have that understanding, then our actions will begin to align and support that. And as our actions are aligning and showing up to support us, then the world around us will do the same. All right, last couple of breaths. Lift up pelvic floor, scoop up belly, ease your hips back. Ooh. And then ease the right knee back underneath you. As you do, take just a moment in stillness. Then let the right leg extend, toes tucked to the ground. Take a little rock forward and back. Very nice. Let's step left foot forward with our next in-breath. Right. Blocks can go whatever height you need. We will inhale. So we're starting with that knee over the heel. Inhale, hips ease forward. Oh, that does feel good. And pandas are engaged. So lift up pelvic floor, scoop up belly as you ease your hips forward and back. Keep that engagement in the bandhas. So, or that's a couple of your bandhas, but keep that engagement so that you're protecting your low back. When you keep your head pulled back, and head back does not equate chin up. Head back means that when you take a fist and slide it between chin and chest, there is a soft connection. It's not tight and there's no gaps either. So when you have an elongated neck, then you are starting to activate the bandha in the throat. There's a little more to that, and we're not necessarily using that in this practice today. But just keeping the neck pulled back, the head pulled back, so you keep alignment, allows energy to flow the way it's designed to. Allow the hips to ease back and stay there. Left leg slides forward, finding as much room as your body is ready for. Movement in the ankle. And then you choose toes up or toes down. Exhale to extend over your leg. Remember, the way we show up for ourselves is also how we show up for others. So we should always show up and honor ourselves with loving kindness, with grace, with gratitude. We should always be caring for our own selves as well as we care for others. And sometimes we have to take a pause and do a little self study to recognize how we are thinking about ourselves, talking to ourselves, treating ourselves. Next inhale, we'll ease the body up and bring the foot in. And then hips forward, coming into that deep compression. And as you do, the right leg might extend back behind you just a bit more as you open up the body. Continue to focus on your breath. Right. Couple more breaths. Bond is engaged. Ease the hips back and bring the left knee back under your hip. Pause here. And then allow the left leg to extend. Tuck the toes. Take a little rock forward and back. Very nice. Bring the hips down to the earth. As you melt your body down, take a little shift and wiggle through your hips, through your shoulders, whatever you might need a little movement with. Hands are going to be under the shoulders, tops of the feet, and the toenails are turned down to earth. Press into the feet, into the pubic bone. Inhale, extend your spine. Keep the forearms down, elbows in close to the ribs. And then we'll exhale back down. Inhale, activate the body as you press into the feet, pubic bone, arms. Keep the shoulders down the back. We are not lifting very much. And exhale down. We're just building some strength in the back here. Inhale, extend. So we need a strong back and a soft front throughout life so we can flow with more grace and kindness for ourselves and others. Let's take two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And allow the hands to come forward. Stack your hands. Bring your forehead. You can ease through the hips, find a little more room. Maybe the feet go wider. And allow your forehead to rest on the back of your hands. This is our crocodile pose. I'm going to spend just a moment here to really settle in. Feel the ground rise up to meet you. As you exhale, allow your back body to soften and release. Feel your connection with the earth as you breathe in and notice the body expand in toward the earth. And as you continue to focus on your breath and to feel the earth beneath you, allow your awareness to come to your brow. We have the abdomen pressing into the earth with each breath, creating a connection and activation in the core and our solar plexus, awakening our confidence and our courage. But awareness at the brow here, so you can really tune into your new beginning. Any new beginning will come smoother and easier when we have an open mind. That open mind is going to allow us to direct our attention inward So as you are here in this forward fold into this position with the brow supported, allow your awareness and your attention to be inward. Be open to whatever unfolds. Anytime we're learning, it takes practice, and then we have to integrate what we've learned. And this whole process takes a lot of patience and perseverance. Allow yourself to be eager to learn. Be grateful for the opportunity. Allow information to seep into the very core of your being, gradually, mindfully, but intentionally. 3 more breaths here as each exhale is a release of instant gratification, and each inhale is an awareness that lasting change takes time. And then after those 3 breaths, start to ease the head up. Bring the hands in under the shoulders. Slowly press the earth away as you bring the body up through tabletop. Draw the knees wide. Bring the tips of the large toes or the edges of the large toes to touch. And then take a little shimmy as you exhale, hips back, and make your way into child's pose. Now, if your knees are a little cranky here, you can always take a couple of claws and roll them up and place them into the space behind the knees. This will create pockets of space and can make achy knees feel a little better. If you don't have a couple of matching claws, because you do want them to be the same, right? You don't want one thick and one thin, I guess, unless you might need that. But we're trying to keep homeostasis and equality here, equal balance in the body. So once you find what you need prop wise, settle the body in. And if you would like to bring the floor up a little bit, you can use blocks, blankets, bolsters, whatever fits you under your torso and or your head. If you are propping the head, be mindful of the impact on your neck. You want it to be at a place of ease, not constricted, right? So for me, if I were to bring this block in, so now I have to be mindful that I let the whole head sink into the block and I'm not letting the block hyperextend my neck, right? So I intentionally press down into the block with my forehead as I am here, not just hanging out, but very intentional, very engaged. Child's pose is a place of surrender. Most of us feel safe in our bodies. Our bodies perceive this pose as safety. But if at any time this pose or any other pose does not resonate for you, it doesn't feel safe, it's not comfortable or anything else, you are always at liberty to choose something else in your practice. And if you are live, then I'm always happy to hear from you live in the class and I can give you an alternative. But on the recordings, I'm going to encourage you to reach out to me with a question, with a comment. Say, hey, this particular pose, this is how it affects me, this is what I feel. Is there an alternative where I can find more ease in the effort? And I will be very happy to hear from you and to guide you accordingly. All right, let's take 3 more slow, deep breaths. After that third breath, lift up through belly and pelvic floor. Keep the neck long. Inhale, the body comes up to tabletop. Draw the knees under the hips. Take a moment here. Just be in your stillness. Very good. And then from here, let's move our right foot forward, preparing to come to standing. Keep your blocks nearby. Tuck the left toes, lift your hips, and let's take a little stretch here in pyramid before we come all the way up. So with this, we have the right leg extended, toes are traveling forward. The left leg is extended also, but the toes are slightly turned out about 45 degrees. So we're going to open into the back of the leg a little more. You can use your blocks under your hands here. You might stay in this half lift with a flat back. And once again, check in. We're not rounding the spine. We're extending out from through the spine and through the crown of the head, out through the tailbone. So we're not tucking tailbone here. We're not lifting it in the air. You can stay in this flat back, or on your next exhale, melt over your leg a bit more. Maybe lower your blocks, come off of your blocks, bring your hands or your fists to the floor. You could also bring a block to horizontally behind the calf, and then use a hand on each side of that one block. Just find what feels right for you. Imagine the right hip crease eases back a bit more. Good. 2 more breaths. Keep the kneecaps lifted. Try not to rest into the leg. You're just over it. And then we inhale, lift halfway, find our flat back again. And we're going to take a little pivot to your left. So just walk your blocks around, pivot the feet, and we're going to let the toes turn in, the heels out. Come into your flat back. And once again, we're lengthening the spine here, out the tailbone, out the crown. Shoulders are down from the ears, hug in toward the spine with the shoulder blades, pelvic floor up, belly as engaged. If this is too far to the ground and it's a struggle, bring your blocks up higher. If that's still too much, bring your hands to your thighs. Just find where you need to be. But once you have that, then allow your kneecaps to lift. And then maybe, if you have it available, let the body melt down closer to the ground. Crown reaches toward earth, kneecaps up, keep the legs engaged. Hands can be anywhere on the floor, on blocks. And then check where you're at in space. So the tendency is to drive the hips back and put all of the weight in the heels, or to bring more of the body weight forward into the balls of the feet, and the heels are soft on the ground. We want to find that equal balance between the balls of the feet and the heels. Outer edges of the feet are anchored down. Toes are easy. You should not need them to grip here. Release your jaws. Unfurl your mouth. Soften inside. Unfurl your brow. Soften inside your mouth. I don't know. Can you unfurl your mouth? You might. All right, 3 more breaths. It's okay to laugh with us, laugh at ourselves, to stay lighthearted and not be so serious. I know that's been a life lesson for me, and it feels good to have a little more freedom around that. All right. Next inhale, flat back. Take your exhale here. Put a little bend in your knees. Turn your heels in just a bit so that you have the toes turned out.
And we are going to walk the hands all the way around to the other short end of your mat. And this will put your left foot in the forward position. Adjust your stance so that it's as wide or narrow or short or long as you need. And the right foot has that um, angle out, about a 45-degree angle out. And we want to start with our flat back. So feel free to lengthen the spine, bring the blocks higher, feel into your legs, pelvic floor up. And then if the body is ready, you can begin to melt over. Inch the left hip crease back a bit more. Just bringing your awareness to that can create a subtle shift. Where the mind and the thoughts are, the body follows. So that's also another really important reason to be mindful of the thoughts we have about ourselves, toward ourselves. It definitely does have an impact. Last 3 breaths. And then we'll inhale to our flat back. Take your time. Exhale here. And then we will pivot to your right. And we're coming into this wide leg forward fold again, but we're going to stay fairly high this time. So flat back first. Find equal balance in the feet, right and left, heels and balls, and the outer edges are anchored down. Kneecaps lift and lift up through pelvic floor and belly. Keep the neck long. Bring the hands to the sides and then reach back behind you. Interlace your knuckles. Maybe you stay here, reaching the arms away. They might not even lift off the body, but just energetically reach them. And if they do, they do. Stay here, or on your exhale, let the body fold over and reach the arms away. Still engage through the legs, kneecaps up. Next exhale, release the arms. Inhale, flat back. Exhale here. And then when you're ready, engage bandhas, pivot the right foot, walk the hands forward. Left foot steps alongside the right foot. Take a fist, slide it down between the feet, and let the inner edges of the feet connect to the outer edges of the hand. This puts your feet pretty close to being in line with your hips. All right, so take another inhale, flat back. Exhale, soften and fold all the way over your legs. Knees can bend here as much as you would like. Bring the hands where it feels right for you. They might rest on the ground. They might tuck under your toes, under your feet. You might hold the back of your legs, wrap around the legs, or bring your pinkies into the opposite elbow crease and create a basket, just letting the arms hang freely. Keep the bend in your knees if you need that here. Couple more breaths. And then release the arms. Inhale, flat back. Exhale, fold. Soften the knees. Inhale, press into your feet. Roll the body up, bringing the energy of the earth through the legs, up pelvic floor, through the center of your being, all the way up to the crown of your head. And ears are last to rise over the shoulders, finding that place where you are stable and steady. Feel the ground under your feet. Notice your body aligned over your heels. Connect with your breath. Good. Let the eyes flutter open if they're closed. Big inhale, arms sweep overhead. You can come forward or out from the sides. Just bring the arms over the shoulders. Reach through the fingertips. Exhale, extend slightly to your left, reaching out through fingertips. Keep the shoulders down. The neck is long. Inhale up and exhale to your right, keeping the shoulders and hips squared forward. Another breath here. We're opening into the sides. Press into the feet. Inhale your body upright. And you can keep your arms. My angle is off today. Let me back this up a little bit, see if that helps. Woo. Maybe that'll be better. Sorry about that, y'all. Um, all right. So we're bringing our palms to meet if that's available in your body. And you can even interlace your fingers and release the index if you would like. So that would be your Kali Mudra, which helps you to slice through illusions. Let me get rid of this battery pack. Inhale. And as you exhale, move your hips forward, extend your spine, keep the neck long. We're not lifting the chin, we're just pulling the head back. Shoulders are down. Good. Engage the pelvic floor and belly. Inhale, bring the ears and shoulders over hips. Exhale to your left again. Inhale, center. Exhale to your right. Inhale up. Exhale, move hips forward, extend, extend, extend. No dumping in the low back. You're just reaching up out of the hips here. And then bring the body upright. Pause, nice and long. As you exhale, let the hands separate. Move the elbows wide and out from the shoulders. Cactus your arms. There can be a little opening through a little more extension as you open onto your chest. Push into the ground. Inhale, reach the arms up. I'm going to offer you a lion's breath with these next 4 rounds. Lion's breath, we stick out the tongue, open the mouth wide, stick out the tongue, lift the gaze over the head, so over brow, on the exhalation. And this will help to reset nervous system. So inhale here, exhale, cactus the arms.
Little lion's breath there. Drive through the feet. Inhale up. And lion's roar. And two more. And maybe there's something you're ready to really let go of or that you don't agree with or don't like. Just let it go through that exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale down. Good. Take a nice wiggle, shift, shake it out, and shake out your legs. All right. Going into a little balance work. So allow the body to come into an equal balance through both feet. Feel the shoulders roll down. Feel that engagement with the ground underneath your feet. Toes are easy. Lift up through pelvic floor, the belly. Keep the shoulders down and in. Ears over shoulders, coming into balance. This is your Tadasana, mountain pose, and it's actually your first balancing pose in yoga. So while you're here, take a moment to be mindful. Notice the soles of the feet. Feel your body gently sway as it continuously rebalances. What might be imperceptible if you were just busy talking, doing, and being, and moving along, right? Not really being in awareness, but taking this moment to be in awareness and see how your body is constantly shifting to keep you upright. Now, eyes flutter open if they were closed. Peel your right heel from the ground. Keep that engagement in the core. Check your left hip. We don't want it to pop out. Keep it tucked in under the body. Press into the heel, lift the knee on your left leg. Now, maybe peel the foot from the floor. Good. Whenever we're learning something new, we have a new beginning. It takes a balance of flow, right? The coming in, the going out of the waves. The breath flows in and flows out. Exhale your foot down. And the same with our new beginning. When spring blows in, it has an ebb and a flow to it. So we're going to shift the weight here. Inhale, left heel. And when you're ready, maybe keeping the hip tucked in, not out. Good. Then maybe the foot. And so just like spring has its ebb and flow, everything in life is an ebb and flow, right? It flows in, it flows out. Sometimes our thoughts are supportive, sometimes they're not. Sometimes we're balanced, sometimes we're not. Exhale back down, come back to Tadasana, recenter. So when life is feeling a little out of balance, what can we do to come back to homeostasis, more back to balance? I am convinced, I have yet to be convinced that there is full balance in work and life. I believe there are ebbs and flows. That has been my experience. And so, in the midst of that experience, whatever it is, the new beginning, work life, a new season, we can still find moments of calm to reconnect with our core for confidence and to be in balance in the moment that we are living as we balance our breath, as we extend grace and kindness toward ourselves and toward others. When we find gratitude that we can really feel and express from the depths of our being, even for the most unbalanced moments of life. All right, we're moving into one leg Tadasana again with an option for an extension. Stabilize into your left leg. Inhale, right heel. You can stay right here, toes down. You can have a block under the foot if you need it. Maybe you lift the knee. Maybe you extend the leg. Really feeling the navel draw in, the pelvic floor lift up. Reaching down strongly through your standing foot and out through the crown of your head. Exhale and lift the leg just a little more. Inhale, bring it back. Good. Take a moment. Feel your body. Feel the changes, the sensations, the spaces. Embrace the struggle with grace and kindness. And then we will shift. So once again, core is engaged. We peel the heel from the floor first. Reset. Find a non-moving focal point for your gaze. When you're ready, the leg lifts. The foot extends. The leg extends if you're going into that extension. Rooting down through the standing foot, out through the crown of head. And another inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, foot down. Take your break here. Feel the body. Mm. Notice the space to your right. Feel the energy to your left. Become aware of the space behind you. Mm. Sense the space in front of you. Notice your whole body in space. And now bring your awareness within and feel the whole inside of your being. You might feel sensations or spaces, tinglings, vibrations. On your next inhale, arms sweep up, flow all the way up, find space. Exhale, hinge from your hips. Hands have met and they're paused at the brow as you bend your knees to bring your body down. As you come down to hands and knees, take your time in your transition here. Allow the body to realign. Very good. And then we will take both feet over to the right, come down onto the sitting bones. Bring the feet forward, knees are bent in the air. Keep a block nearby on each side or some other prop of your choice. And with the knees bent, roll your body down. Take this moment to feel the ground underneath you. Connect to your inner being. And with your next inhale, guide right leg in. Maybe inch your body to your right just a little bit. As you hug the right leg in, take circles through the ankle, other direction, and wiggle your toes. Allow right ankle to rest over left thigh. Bring the left hand to the right foot and just give each toe a little squeeze, wiggle, and pull from the foot. So we're just going to squeeze and wiggle and pull. So we're just activating some stagnant energy here, creating space. As we mentioned earlier, everything is connected. There we go. All right. Squeeze the whole foot a little bit and a little slap to the foot. From here, hug the right leg back into the chest and then let it cross over. So as the right leg crosses to the left side, the left leg lays down on the mat. Your right hip stacks on top of your left hip as much as possible. And this is where you might like to have a block for your leg to rest on,
or you can let it rest on the side, inside of your left leg, or maybe it naturally comes into a place of contact with the earth, whatever feels right for you. You can keep the knee bent or let it extend. And if the connection is there, you can even take the right foot or right toes into your left fingers and hand. All right. Shoulder blades are down. So if the right shoulder blade has popped up, you might need to ease your shoulders to the left a little bit or bring the right arm in closer to the body. Chin can be centered or turn left. Excuse me, turn right. 3 more breaths. And then we'll bring head to center. Ease the right leg back in slowly and mindfully. And then we'll make our way over onto the back of our hips. Take a moment as we realign, just be. And in this pause, feel the right side, feel the left side. Notice how they might be the same and how they might be different. And then when you're ready, inhale left knee into chest. Give it a good squeeze and a wiggle. Squeeze the leg. Roll through the ankle. Other direction. And then we will cross left ankle over right thigh. And once again, each toe gets a good squeeze and a wiggle, and then a pull, squeeze and wiggle, and a pull. Really pay attention to that last knuckle on each toe. Make sure it fully extends. Over the years, it tends to curl under, and we just want to open that joint back up. Good. And then the whole foot gets a little tender. A little loving massage, a little squeeze and release. A little smack to the sole of the foot. All right. Left knee comes into the chest. And on the exhale, it goes to the right. So I'm going to spin around just so I have a little more room. All right. So we'll lower the knee over to the right side. Shimmy the hips so left hip is on top. The shoulder blades are down. If you're like me with limited space, feel free to move around on your mat as needed to be able to accommodate any pose that we are in. And then from here, you're welcome to keep the knee bent, let the leg go long, use props or not. You just don't want any tugging on the body. You want it to be comfortably aligned. And as the body opens up, if the right hand can take the left foot, then there's a nice connection there. option for the head to turn left. Slow, steady breaths. A couple of more breaths. And release the foot if you have that in hand. Draw head to center first and then bring your hips back. Realign. Take your pause. Let the knees come into touch. Step the feet away from one another so that you have this natural place for the legs to rest into one another. And then we'll bring the feet in line with the hips. And arms down alongside you. Press into your feet to inhale. Roll your hips into the air. Lengthen your tailbone toward your heels. Keep this length as you exhale back down. As you come down, let the legs go long and out wide. Now, if you'd like a little prop underneath your legs for your low back, blocks are a nice option under the thighs. I like to bring them in pretty close to the glutes, but you can do whatever feels right for you. Coming into your Shavasana, arms wide, palms up, legs extended, toes turned out, legs wider than the hips. Good. Feeling the ground rise up to meet you. As you settle in, just a few final thoughts here around self-study and new beginnings. Over the course of our lives, we accumulate obstacles when we're learning, and this could be in the form of physical limitations, emotional scars, even intellectual or spiritual rigidity. So it's imperative that we cultivate a beginner's mind, that we be willing to sit in a restful state of quietness where we can observe the crazy movements of the world and the crazy movements within our minds and hearts. And as we do, we'll begin to um, notice what we can let go of. And if you're inclined to prayer, prayer is a wonderful way to put out into the universe. You're directing it at your God, right? So you know who that is for you. I'm not here to guide that for you. But prayer puts what you're looking for and what you need out there um,
into the universe, into the energy, into the ears of God, whatever that phrase, that terminology is that feels right for you. And when we do that, then we're opening ourselves and making ourselves available to receive. I know for me, um, I am still in the process of learning not to bite off more than I can chew with too many projects and endeavors, ambitions. I recognize that when I do that, I create more stress for myself. I have less time to give attention to what matters. So, this might be an area of a new beginning for you as well. It's definitely one in which I am continually showing up to start again as I learn to simplify my life. And then once you have that and you're settled in, set your commitment. Your commitment is what gives you a grounding energy. It creates structure for your new beginning. As you begin to take gentle moves in your toes and fingers, remember that your experiences on the yoga mat are just a foundation of experiences for life. And yoga is a lifestyle. It's one that is designed to develop and refine our whole being, our minds, our bodies, our hearts, our thoughts, everything about us, to refine it and to bring us into a place of balance and homeostasis. It's a journey of ourselves, through ourselves, to ourselves. And may the journey be your reward, not the destination. There is no end to learning, not in yoga and not in life. There will always be another new beginning. So may we embrace those journeys and those beginnings with loving kindness and with an open mind. You haven't, if you have not yet, gently begin to make your way to seated. Thank you for allowing me to be a part of your journey that we may all grow together. Namaste. Until next time. Bye bye. If you are not engaged with our mental journey, our mindful midlife little series, reach out and I will get that information to you. It's really simple and doable, and I'd love for you to benefit as well. Bye bye.